It's about you. You living up to your responsibilities. You being a trustworthy and decent human being. You being husband material. For fuck's sake, Dad, I was 15 years old! I shout, and we're nose to nose, glowering at each other. Why is he reacting so badly to this? I know I've always been a huge disappointment to him, but he's never spelled it out so plainly. He shuts his eyes and pinches the bridge of his nose, and I realize that in my moments of stress, I do the same. This habit comes from him, but in my case, the apple has fallen far, far from the tree. You're right. You were a vulnerable child, but what you fail to see is that what she did was wrong, and clearly you still can't see it, because you've continued to associate with her, not only as a family friend, but in business. Both of you have been lying to us for all these years, and that's what hurts the most. His voice drops. She was your mother's friend. We thought she was a good friend. She's the opposite. You will cut all financial ties with her. Fuck off, Carrick. I want to tell him that Elena was a force for good, and that I wouldn't have continued my association with her if I thought anything else. But I know this will fall on deaf ears. He didn't want to listen when I was 14 and struggling in school, and it appears he doesn't want to listen now. Have you quite finished? The words hiss with bitterness through my gritted teeth. Think about what I've said. I turn to go. I've heard enough. Think about the prenup. It will save you a great deal of grief in the future. Ignoring him, I stalk out of his office and slam the door. Fuck him. Grace is standing in the hallway. Why did you tell him? I spit at her. But Carrick has followed me out of the study, so she doesn't answer. Her frosty glare is directed at him. I'm going to fetch Anna. We're going home. My mood's savage. I follow the sound of caterwauling into the den and find Elliot and Anna at the mic strangling Ain't No Mountain High Enough. If I wasn't so angry, I'd laugh. Elliot's tuneless rumbling can't really be classed as singing, and he's drowning out Anna's sweet voice. Fortunately, the song is nearly over, so I'm spared the worst of it. I think Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell are spinning in their graves. I observe dryly when they finish. I thought that was a pretty good rendition. Elliot bows theatrically to Mia and Kate, who are laughing and applauding with exaggerated gusto. They're definitely all inebriated. Anna giggles, looking flushed and lovely. We're going home, I tell her. Her face falls. I told your mother we'd stay. You did? Just now? Yes, she brought down a change of clothes for us. I was looking forward to sleeping in your bedroom. Darling, I was really hoping you'd stay. It's a plea from my mother, who stands in the doorway, Carrick behind her. Kate and Elliot are too. I like having all my chicks under one roof. She reaches out and clasps my hand. And we thought we'd lost you this week. Muttering an expletive beneath my breath, I keep my temper in check. My siblings seem to be completely oblivious to the drama that is unfolding in front of them. I expect this cluelessness from Elliot, but not from Mia. Stay, son. Please. My father's eyes bore into me, but he appears genial enough. It's not like he's just told me that I'm a complete and utter disappointment. Again. I ignore him and respond to my mother. Okay. But it's only because Anna's giving me such an imploring look, and I know that if I leave in my present mood, it will be a blight on what has been a wonderful day. Anna wraps her arms around me. Thank you, she whispers. I smile down at her, and the dark cloud that hangs over me begins to dissipate. Come on, Dad. Mia thrusts the mic into his hand and drags him in front of the screen. Last song, she says. Bed. It's not a request to Anna. I've had enough of my family for one night. She nods in agreement, and I knit her fingers with mine.